Okay, so we do have patrol cars at this very late time. It's getting very late here, so we have a patrol car there that just pulled in right in front there. They're always lurking, waiting for you to go down the street, and then they have the patrol planes over your head. Patrol planes over your head, and see the patrol vehicle pulling away. It normally flashes, they normally flash the bright headlights where they have bright tail lights and bright headlights. I have expressed concern about this, how it's not safe, because basically I can't even see where I'm walking when I go down the road here of a night time. But that's because all the androids are all combined. So they are actually driving in a program pattern on specific streets to follow you around. So basically they don't need to worry about bright headlights. They're only interested in putting the bright headlights in your eyes and flashing them at you to basically transhumanize you, keep you connected to them, and also basically gaslight you so you're disorientated and can't function as a human being. And that's essentially the name of the game in this area, in the suburb of Leichhardt, in the city of Sydney, in the country of Australia. I only mentioned those location information because when I put this video out, even though no one watches them, in reality they can go anywhere in the world. So it just might be interesting to put that out there. There's a patroller just walking on the other side of the road, but that won't be picked up, but my eyesight picks it up. They're just lone patrollers on a small dead-end street. You can't go down there. It's a dead end, and there's only a few houses. But actually everyone in Leichhardt, the population, can you hear the road rage traffic going past? The mobile won't pick it up, but it's not even on this street. It's over a block away, and yet it's loud and aggressive and full of road rage and trying to draw you into their artificial, technical, android machine beings that drive all the vehicles. So essentially, this is a small dead-end street, and every house and every building, every single activity in this suburb of Leichhardt, in the city of Sydney, is actually open to use by these androgyne beings. In other words, they have access to everything because they're all combined, and they're like, as many people have described it, they're like people who all have the same belief system, or who all want to collaborate together in a patrol control system. They believe in watching everything and keeping everything very controlled, I guess. But essentially, at a more Earth level, you are looking at a mind virus that basically is possession or has taken over the minds of these bodies. Some people might even say they are the dead brought back to life by the technology and the artificially intelligent mind virus of Lucifer, the god of Earth, or the controlling god of humanity and Earth, has put that virus or that mind and that mind control, because it's really a mind virus, because it's a psychopathic mindset. It's not actually a human mind, and it works against humanity and seeks to control and really take over the human mind and use it for its transhuman purpose, which it's doing right now to me and to, this world. Jeez, I couldn't even hold that up to film the plane going over because I'm so disorientated, I'm so gaslit and so taken over by this negative frequency and vibration of the reality around me, because it's so mind numbing and mind controlling and so patrolling and so psychopathically stalking in its policing of real human citizens in this area, because that actually is how they see it. They see a world and a reality where human policing of citizens is done by everyone and every use of technology in the area. And that technology is actually quite advanced, because the army, military, power forces of the country of Australia, and even at a worldwide level, because Australia is probably connected to many other countries. It's a worldwide human control grid. It's a worldwide human control system. So in other words, what I'm saying is that the technology that the android beings in the area where I live am given is very advanced. So their surveillance systems are extremely advanced. So when they decide to form a neighbourhood watch or a patrolling of citizens in the line of safety and health ideas, in other words, where they think it is in the safety and best interest of most of the city of Sydney that certain isolated human beings should be watched, patrolled and surveilled continuously 24/7 at a very detailed and personal level. They actually see that as, keeping this city safe, because a normal human being isn't allowed or shouldn't be allowed the freedom to just get about their business in the city. Even though, of course, they promote everyone being the same and freedom and no discrimination of any sort. What we're talking about here is human discrimination, human isolation, human segregation, and human or transhuman, persecution. And that might sound paranoid, like these paranoid controlling beings, because you're not paranoid if they really do have a police patrol citizens force. In other words, where they have an expanded community, an expanded version of community watch, or what they used to call community neighbourhood watch. They've expanded that into an inner west section of the city of Sydney neighbourhood community watch. So that means instead of it just being like a neighbourhood watch where one or two people on the street might make sure that that no one burgles someone's house, that type of thing. I'm not sure what the idea of neighbourhood watch is anyway, but it's just really sticky beaks that have got nothing better to do and want to watch other people's activities and try to control other people's lives in a way. Because unless you're doing something that is terribly harmful and does pose a safety risk to the whole city or the whole country, Why is it regarded as a safety risk or a health hazard if I go down the road to pick up some groceries or to buy a drink, and that you can't sit down on a public bench, and that you can't walk down a side street to avoid their patrol system, and you can't use the facilities that are available in the city like everyone else freely without discrimination and without being patrolled and without total surveillance. This is not human at all. And it's a reverse world, so it's the psychopaths that are actually doing this, or the malignant, narcissistic little community neighbourhood stalkers and watchers that are using these community ideas and even policing systems to really persecute and actually are inflicting, it's not useful, it's actually detrimental to the society and to, the natural human, human rights, just basic human rights. Now, some people, obviously, these ones that are part of these things don't think that some human beings are entitled to basic human rights. But they're entitled to not just basic human rights, but to basically break the laws of their own country and to basically form what I would call vigilante patrol systems, because they're really inflicting negative energy and psychological and physical damage on people. If you are using military direct energy weapons at human beings, whether it be on the street or in the house where you live, if you are patrolling and watching human beings in a surveillance system using technology and tracking devices and advanced technology to such an extent that you have become nothing but a psychopathic, malignant, narcissistic, paranoid stalker, or the equivalent of that, then, this is a very unhealthy, unnatural, and totally artificially intelligent society that is in the city of Sydney. And that's just putting it loud and clear, and it makes me sound as though I'm confident about this. But when you're going down, you haven't got anything to lose by saying what's going on, particularly when there's no one to hear it anyway, or maybe if someone does tune in to my frequency and vibration or my video, they're probably tuning in and then turn off instantly because they probably think it's something else. But it would be rare to get a human-to-human contact, and even if you did, it would be in such minuscule numbers that it doesn't matter to the Earth matrix or the beings around, because connection has to be face-to-face and real. It has to be high vibrational, human-to-human, real contact. And don't forget, I've been conditioned to fear, human-to-human contact anyway. That's been my own life experience. And now that I'm surrounded by android beings in a totally technical city of Sydney, my natural fears are being exacerbated. So they want to keep you isolated, control, and under their dominion. And they are doing that so that they can extract all that is human from me. They're trying to take my human life, literally. And they're doing that slowly, gradually, insidiously, and undercover and underhanded and undetected. They're committing an undetectable, perfect crime against real human beings, or human beings that don't wish them any harm and only want to just try to live out a few remaining years without being continually surveilled and hassled and intimidated by these patrollers in their vehicles and their planes and their pedestrians around you. Thank you. Patrol plane going over outside. That's the end of the video. I can't seem to press it off. For some reason they're letting me talk too long. Normally, if I was doing something that shows too much, or it seems to, I don't know, you know, the videos go off, so I can't really quite pick it. But maybe they want me to go outside because I can hear some voices, so they want me to come into confrontation or conflict with the android beings outside. Because, you know, if I show an interaction with someone, they basically go into acting mode. So I kind of look like as though I'm paranoid and out of touch. Whereas in reality, they're either totally infected and possessed with the mind virus. That's what some people call possession, but it's really just technical computer mind virus control of their mind and body. Because we really do have unfortunately, an earth mind virus simulation reality. It's a demigod. You know, am I allowed to open the door without a plane going overhead? Is that a patrol plane over my head? And there's a demigod here. I'm gonna okay, so we'll put the demigod. That's an idealized version of a real woman, but is it? It's an idealized version of an elite demigod androgyne human being. And I feel a bit funny putting that here, because, you know, I'm just showing the kind of mind takeover or the transhuman process that has took place on my mind, because I think this is an ideal or perfect 10 woman. That's what I've been told, and it's certainly a image. Different ones will be used, of course. But they kind of try, there's planes going out there patrolling. I'm going to just see, that's they worship the one-eyed God of earth. Lucifer is your one-eyed, all-seeing God that watches and surveils and hunts down human beings in order to take their spirit from them. Plane and patrol car on the street just blinked its lights, but I was not able to capture that on film, and so I won't worry about it. You know, everything is in front of you. Even I am not advanced enough to read enough into even the information here just on this simple poster, because there's always much more than meets the eye, because all the information is given in this technical earth reality. In other words, even a simple billboard like this or a simple poster will show you much truth about what the demigods of earth are trying to show you and tell you, because they they need to interact with human beings, and they enjoy playing that mind game with you to where you only see a little bit of the truth, but you don't see the whole reality. You don't see the whole thing. You don't see everything. You only see a little bit. You know? You only see a little bit. And you're deceived in every area of your life. You don't know who is who or what is what. And you can't tell the difference between something real or something that you should be connected to or not. And either way, you won't have any choice. So you won't have any choice. You won't have much choice anyway. That's not me, by the way. That's coming from outside. So I do hope that they won't ban me from downloading this little recording.